Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Back at it, man. New Breed 313 Sports. Back at it again, man. Um, I want to talk about um Ryan Garcia. Just unfortunately, y'all those that don't know, um, Ryan Garcia got tested positive for a PED. I think he has like 10 days to respond back for like the sample or something like that. Um, the thing, see, it's fucked up and it gives boxing a bad name when you hear things like this. Um, we have to hear, but nowadays, man, I don't even I don't even be surprised at some of this stuff no more. I just don't. All of a sudden, you just got people getting tested for all of this stuff for wins. You hear it in UFC. Um, it's just I don't even be surprised at a lot of this stuff in sports anymore. It's just, but it's bad for him because I feel like I felt like he would have beat Devin Haney anyway. Because it's like Haney is predictable, man. Like Haney's style is predictable. Um, I think Ryan Garcia we knocked him down 3, 4 times or something like that. So he didn't really need him. Because I thought he was gonna beat him anyway. But this is just sad for the sport, man, because it's like and they should just list some stuff boxers can take and can't take. Maybe they did because this has been happening for too many years, man, to where guys will open up. I remember I think John Jones did that against Daniel Cormier. Um, they stopped it. They fought again, and he whipped Cormier's ass again. So it's been going on for boxing, man. Like this is a bad. This is bad. My thing is they got to fight again, and my thing is why they didn't these kind of tests. It's like I don't know why they don't do this shit right at the fight and right before the fights. I don't know. It's always they always get these results after the fight. They always do. They should get this before or during the fights. You always see some shady stuff all the time in boxing. Remember, Antonio Margarito did the plaster stuff with Mikhail Cotto. It's always some stuff. I think who else did that? I think Joe Frazier did that to Muhammad Ali. It's just like it's just been a lot of shady stuff been going on for boxing for years, man. Or just guys taking a dive. I remember one dude. One time, man. I looked at this fight. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this. So it's the start of the fight. You hear the bell or whatever. The dude literally walks out of the ring and walks back to the dressing room. I've never seen that before. And that was live on ESPN when that happened. And I'm looking at that like, wait a minute, did that just happen? I don't know. But Ryan Garcia, I don't know what to believe with that, man. Because I don't know if he really took it. But my thing is, Ryan Garcia need to take this test just to clear his name. Because if he don't take it, then that just lets you know that he knew about it. Because if you didn't know about it, you could take the test and just confirm it like, hey, man, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't do nothing, whatever. You could just clear your name out. If he doesn't take the test, that just lets me know he knew about it. He's full of shit. And there you go. But I feel like he didn't need it. He didn't need to take this to beat Devin Haney. Like I said, Devin Haney is predictable. He's very predictable in his fights, man. Like, if you can get to him, if you can make him upset and you can frustrate him, his aggressiveness will always get the best of him. And then with all the talk he was doing and his dad and everybody, but it's just like that's gonna always be the death of you. But they need to fight. Again, they need to fight for a second time. Get all this cleared up. Because I know Haney, Haney gonna be like, hey, he cheated and stuff. Okay, well, let's do it a second time. Let's cut all the BS and just fight a second time. It's that simple. But if they don't, that just lets you know it is what it is. What's up? What's up, Art? Yeah, you know what, man? I think it is BS. I think it's BS. I think the whole thing is just BS, man. It's like you don't know what to believe with sports, man. It's always some shit. It's always some cheating. It's always something going on, man. So I don't know what to believe in sports anymore. It's like it almost make you not even want to bet, man. Like it's just so predictable now. Sometimes, like sports didn't used to be this damn predictable. Now it's so predictable, you don't even know what's fake and what's real now. Even with these NBA games and all this stuff, now they got betting with wrestling. Like, I wouldn't bet on wrestling, though. I mean, that's predictable. You already know what's going to happen with wrestling. Guys come out, oh, yeah, another person interferes. Oh, okay, well, they about to start a match. When you see wrestling for a long time, you start to just know. But with boxing, man, it's been, how many years have we wanted Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua? And a lot of that scarcity came from the Joshua side. Because I honestly think Joshua was scared of Deontay Wilder. Because even in the press conference, when they had all them fighters and stuff like that, Big Baby Miller, shout out to Big Baby Miller. He always talks shit. I like Big Baby Miller. And he was always talking, about, man, I don't give a fuck about Deontay Wilder or Joshua. They need to fight. And then Joshua didn't even speak about it. He just said, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And just kept saying that. And that just let you know he was scared. Like Joshua was predictable. He relies on his power just like Deontay Wilder do. It's two guys that rely on their power. Anthony Joshua didn't even want to fight Tyson Fury. So, come on now. It took a while for Wilder to even try to get at Tyson Fury. But people don't understand how good Tyson Fury. They see a big, goofy guy, but Tyson Fury is fast for his height. He's fast. He's a good fighter. He's a champ for a reason. I think Usyk could probably give him some issues, but we'll see. But I know the Canelo fight. I think the Canelo fight is this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. But Ryan Garcia, man, I don't know. It's just, I hope you want to sit here and say that he didn't know, but you have to know the regulations on the stuff that you taking. Like you have to know. You have to know all the rules and what you can take and can't take. It's like, I don't know what to believe. I don't. In sports, I just don't know what else to believe in. It's crazy to me how things just happen the way that it do. You'll be anticipating these fights, and next thing you know, you're like, what the hell's going on? Or you hear a fighter, oh, he fought the fight with an injury. Like Floyd Mayweather fought with a broken hand. All of a sudden, you don't hear about it until after the fight. You always hear all this shit after these fights, but you never hear it during or before the fights. That's one of the things I hate about boxing. If you have these tests done during these fights, if you have some of these quick tests, have it. If you can have a quick test for COVID, you can have a quick test for stuff like this. You have to. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't understand the game with this, man. It's ridiculous to me. It's giving boxing a bad. This is another reason why a lot of people have turned away from boxing and they watch more MMA now because of the action. Boxing is a little bit boring. Like I'm always like boxing. Like one of my favorite boxers, who's actually from Michigan. We've actually on the XP. We actually had him on the show, and he was a great guest, man. We got to have him on again, man. He a great guy. Spoke truth. But one of my favorite fighters is Chris Bird. Chris Bird I see a lot of heavyweights taking his style. So he was a good boxer. But most of y'all that don't know, he's from Flint. He's had a great amateur background. He beat Evander Holyfield. Fought a lot of guys during his time. And he was one of the best. He was one of the best heavyweight fighters of all time. And you know what I'm saying? He was a great counterpuncher. And he was telling, he was saying about all the different things and stuff like that. His career and everything like that. And you know what I'm saying? And I hate that what kills the boxing game now is that you see so many of these fighters ducking good fighters. I know people have said that about Floyd Mayweather, about he was ducking fighters. But he fought a lot of legends. He has no blemish on his record. But he fought a lot of guys. He fought Pacquiao, fought Oscar De La Hoya. He fought Shane Mosley. Zab Judah, which to me, I thought Zab Judah, the first 4 or 5 rounds gave him problems. Because that was other than Shane Mosley, I think he was probably the fastest puncher I think he's fought. Like, Zab was fast. People don't know how good Zab Judah was, but he gave Floyd Mayweather problems because that was the first time I seen Floyd like, okay, damn, this dude is faster puncher than me. And gave him some issues. But I think that's what's wrong with boxing, man. It's too many guys out here that's they avoid fighters. I remember a guy some years ago, y'all, if you're a boxing fan, you know what I'm talking about. I remember a guy whose name was Winky Wright. Winky Wright was a good counterpuncher. But it was a lot of guys who were afraid to fight him because of his boxing style. It was a lot of greats that didn't want to fight him because of his style. He had a tricky style. Tricky style. And that's what, boxers are so afraid. It's just like, come on, man. We need to have these fights. But like I said, man, boxing, this gives a bad name to boxing. We got to do more research in this stuff. We got to get more testing. I'm sick and tired of seeing shit like this. Whereas, he tested positive PEDs. Why are we hearing about this after the fight? We should have heard about this during the fight. We have to do more testing with these fighters to know, hey, is this fighter good? Is this fighter good? Okay. No health issues, none of that. And then I don't want to hear fighters talk about, oh, yeah, I was dealing with a hurt this during the fight and stuff. Oh, so all of a sudden when you win, it's cool. But if you lose, all of a sudden, I was injured, stuff like this, man, I don't want to hear that, man. You still fought, so I don't want to hear no excuses. But they have to fight again. They have to fight again. Now, Garcia knows what he doesn't have to take. So let's do this again. Let's do it for a second time. I don't know. It has to be this year. Maybe later on down the year, maybe September, October, or something like that. But it puts a hold on things. It definitely puts a hold on things. And we'll see what happens. But I'm all for a rematch. But it's Ryan Garcia, man. Just got to be smart, man. I know you don't need all that to beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney can be himself. You know what I'm saying? I know some people had Devin Haney to win that fight, but sometimes, man, when sometimes when more people talking in your corner than you're doing the talking, you got to tell them people, hey, man, shut the hell up. You ain't in there fighting. I'm the one that's fighting. Like his dad and some people, they need to shut the fuck up because they not in the ring with him. He has to be that. So that's fuel for another fighter. Like, oh, okay, he's talking shit. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you know what? You know what? It probably is a setup. But like I said, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sports is just all this different shit and the betting and these drugs and all this. Man, I don't know. It just makes sports bad. Like it's just it's crazy. It could be a setup. It could be a setup. But Ryan Garcia has to take this test. If he takes the test and it's positive, it's like, hey, that's bad. If it's not positive, then he's good and everything, then it was all a setup from the get-go. But it could just be a setup for them to fight again. I wouldn't be surprised. Like all them, like those Wilder and Fury fights, it shouldn't have been that many fights, man. Tyson Fury was just beating the hell out of Wilder. They just wanted that many fights because they wanted money. And that's how I feel about boxing. I think they could be setting this up for more money, for people to spend more money on these fights. And that's what promoters do. They're going to promote the hell out of that. If it's a rematch, they're going to promote the hell out of this. They're going to promote it. But it could be a setup. You could be right, Art. It could be a setup. I wouldn't be surprised. But like I said, nowadays, I don't even be surprised by a lot of this stuff no more. They need to just do something about this, man. Because I love boxing. I've been watching boxing since I was little, man. And from back in the Marvin Hagler, Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Ray Mercer, Tommy Morrison, Riddick Bowe, you know what I'm saying? Back in them days, man, when boxing was competitive. Now it's like a lot of the guys, man, you don't even know. You know, boxing is on the zone, but I remember when a lot of these fights was on ESPN. It's like now ESPN, like, it's like Who is these guys? It's like boxing don't get promoted like it used to. It don't get promoted like it used to. It's some of these guys that's like, who's Ryan Garcia? Who's Devin Haney? Like, when you promote guys like Oscar De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad and all that, people knew who they was. Mikael Cotto, you know what I'm saying? Winky Wright, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, James Toney, all these guys. You knew who they were. A lot of these guys now, you don't know who they are unless you're a true boxing fan. Like a true boxing fan. But a lot of these, you like, who is that? Who's Big Baby Miller? Who's Alexander Usyk? Who's Jared Anderson? You know, who is these guys? But if you're a true boxing fan, you know exactly who they are. How many people know that Antonio Tarver's son is a boxer? Not too many people knew that. But they know who Antonio Tarver is. That's the first guy to beat Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? But even with these celebrity boxers, the Paul brothers, they make all this stuff is making a mockery out of boxing. Like, come on, man, it's making it worse. But people paying to see it. Now I don't know what to believe anymore, man. They're making money off everything. Any and everything. With these tests, it's just, my thing is, man, just let these dudes fight. If you taking something, you taking something. Whatever. It don't even fucking matter to me. Just fucking fight. Just fight. You're going to be on PEDs, whatever EDs, whatever. Just let these dudes fight. Y'all going to make money anyway. So just let them fight. But Ryan Garcia, I don't know, man. If he tested positive for this, he can't. There's nothing you could come back from that, man. He don't have no excuse. It ain't that. There's nothing you could come back from on that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stay focused. But people are always going to remember that. So it's like you can't get away from it. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I want to just thank y'all again, man. Shout out to Ark, man, for commenting and stuff. Shout out to everybody who's looking at this video. Tell me what y'all think about this Ryan Garcia thing. Just let me know. Yeah, I agree. He was. Yeah, he was exposed to too many powerful people. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. That comes with a gift and a curse when you do that. And that could be anybody in boxing. That could be anybody in the sport. When you get exposed like that, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's always going to be backlash when it comes with a win. It happens. It always does. It always does. But it comes with the sport. It comes with being a good fighter. It happens. It's always going to be something. Just like let's like with draws. Like when you see draws, you be like, oh man, they got to fight again. But you wish it can be one more round, but it can't. You know, so it is what it is, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to do another video right after this one. So y'all stay tuned with that. Yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about this Ryan Garcia PED testing and the backlash from the fight. And do y'all believe this? Do y'all do you don't believe it? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. And like and subscribe, man. New Breed 313 Sports. Like and subscribe to the D313 XP, Noma's J, my man DC1. We did a video on the alliance and stuff, man. So it's gonna be more videos on the XP. I'm gonna put out more videos on here. So y'all stay tuned, man. And it's more to come.